Hey, Omega. Hey, Omega. Omega?
Yes, Gunner?
That's you're not Omega.
No, I'm not.
Well, that's Yankum DDS, by the way. For those of you who don't know, I'm Gunner, and this is We'll Get Serious, and we're going to start the show without Omega BR. Dun dun dun! Hello everybody and welcome to We'll Get Serious. My name is Gunner. That is not Omega BR because Omega BR is off this week, and that is Yankum DDS, our wonderful technical producer.
Nothing is broken, so I'm not at fault. Or maybe I'm at fault for things not being broken, which is fantastic. And a nice change of pace this week.
Yet. Keyword, yet. And also joining us this week is the Net Jester. Ugh.
Super Saiyan Cena no cell, Super Saiyan Cena no cell, Super Saiyan. I can't do it. I just, that last pay-per-view. Ugh.
Well, we'll be talking about that last pay-per-view here up in a minute in the 15-minute time limit, but for now, it's the news.
News! You should sound more enthusiastic. I know Omega's not here.
I'll
ramp it up.
All right, let's ramp it up. Let's ramp it up here. Ready? Sting suffered some kind of neck or spinal injury at Night of Champions after a buckle bomb from Seth Rollins. Although Sting's manager assured everyone on Facebook that he is in peak health and will bounce back, The Melts reports that the injury is significant and even alluded to it being career-ending. WWE is looking to crack down on fans, hoping to hop the barricade after a recent string of events, including a fan standing next to Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, which was not referee Drake Wirtz, by the way, before a six-man tag match at the pay-per-view. The fan in question pled guilty to criminal trespass of a property or a building with no forced entry and was sentenced to 10 days in jail. If the case went to trial, he could have faced 18 months. Or longer than pretty much any WWE World Heavyweight Championship run in the past 25 years.
And more time than any WWE superstar has spent in jail for any recent or past DWI or DUI, depending on what state you're in.
So basically what we're saying is that no, fan run-ins are bad, but still a little perspective would be nice.
It's interesting to see that Sting's actually him showing his wear and tear at being 50-6 and being in the middle of the ring.
Well, I wish Stinger the best, of course, but damn, I just don't think. Wouldn't it be ironic if freaking Stinger never ever competed in the WWE and he got to the WWE and he got freaking injured and had to retire because he finally came to the WWE? I don't know if that's karma or what the hell you'd want to call it, but still.
I'm very happy actually with the match. It went well. It was better than I thought it was going to be. We'll talk about that later, though. Hey, how about that guy looking all shieldy? And you thought, wait a minute, who is this? For like a split second there. That's
fantastic.
Wasn't it fucking weird?
I saw a picture. It looked awesome. But what's going on here? And then it's like, wait, that's not. But Yeah.
You're not the guy.
You're not. Yeah, who the hell is this guy? What the hell?
I'm not even sure Reigns and Dean Ambrose knew what the hell happened until the security came in the ring and started dragging them out.
Oh, no, Ambrose knew. You saw it in his face, and it was like, oh god, what is going on here? I can't do anything. And then security got him. But it's kind of ridiculous that these people keep jumping the fence. I mean, I was talking about it last week too, or last time that this happened with Seth Rollins when he was fucking walking to the ring. There was a guy that was walking to the ring with him.
Bunch of savages.
Savages.
That's what
Savages. They're barely even human.
It's just a little too far.
Moving right along.
Thanks for talking over me while I was making a Pocahontas joke, net gesture, you fucking dick. Moving right along, speaking of fucking dicks, the recent deal that saw Jeff Jarrett return to TNA, you like that segue? His Hall of Fame induction, promotion for GFW, and the right to book TNA talents also included Dixie Carter buying Jarrett out of his minority ownership of TNA. TNA's lawsuit against Scott Steiner is scheduled to go on trial on February 11th of next year, and Kenny King has left TNA and appeared on ROH's All-Star Extravaganza, reforming the All Night Express with Rhett Titus.
And nothing of consequence happened.
Yeah, I don't... Omega still did the news even though he's not here. I'm not sure why this is even in here.
Oh, no. I understand why it's in here. Kenny King coming back ROH is a pretty big deal considering...
Oh, no. I was talking about the TNA. Who cares?
Well, yeah, I can completely understand that. TNA, what are you doing? What are you doing? Please go away. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine, but just, Jeff, please spin off of TNA and get away from them as fast as possible. That'd be great. Thanks.
Jeff, just stop. You're not gonna...
I would just like to remind everyone about the particular parallel in media that we've seen in The Simpsons, actually, when Homer rode the car down the hill and jumped out to save himself, but got rolled right back in to the same car that was going to plunge to his imminent doom. That exact thing is happening still with TNA and GFW. But to say that, to put that to another use in the WWE, there's said to be a serious talk within the WWE, putting a lot back with Rusev, the feeling that both got weaker and after being separated. See what I did there?
This is totally unexpected. I mean, WWE only learns its lesson when they fucked up so tremendously that it's
Blatantly obvious.
Even when it's blatantly obvious, WWE doesn't know when it's fucked up until somebody else comes along and goes, hey, this is retarded. And even then, they're like, no, it's fine. You're wrong.
This is fine. This is fine. It's like that comic. It's like that comic of that dog drinking tea in the building that's burning down. This is fine. This is fine.
They're so... Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody fucking cares. I love Ziggler. I really like Rusev. But this feud is just... It won't stop. It's like being, strapped into a chair with your eyes held open by toothpicks and being forced to watch... that movie where Hulk Hogan plays a nanny over and over and over again. I just want it to end.
So, in other words, you're comparing the WWE creative staff to a Clockwork Orange with Mr. Nanny.
Yes. No, not Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny. And Suburban Commando was a horrible movie too. It had its moments, and it's fine for... Gunner said Suburban Commando. Suburban Commando is a fine movie for being bad. It is a bad movie. It's bad at being a good movie. However, therein lies its charm, and that it's a bad movie that you can love. It's like loving Troll 2. I love Troll 2. Troll 2 is a shit movie, but I love it for that.
They're gonna eat her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh no!
I'll just
this line.
we can move on.
Speaking of no, apparently Hogan is planned to be on subject with the next statue reveal at WrestleMania 32. Though obviously no longer. Anticipated Camp WWE cartoon has been delayed due to episodes being redone in order to remove Hogan. That's what he gets. No, this is
buried.
If he's in there, they have to pay him likeness rights. They don't want to pay him likeness rights. Fuck that. Yank him out.
Exactly, yank him out.
This is beyond stupid now. This is to the nth degree the Benoit treatment. Again.
Well, yeah, because they're just trying to
kill who?
Nobody, but they're sick of Hogan. Sick of this crap. I mean, they apparently they were sick of him for a long time before all of this, so it was an easy decision to cut ties. Basically, I mean, it's not terribly difficult, and I mean, and Talent has been both current and legend have been told not to have any contact with Hulk Hogan. He's being blackballed right now for pretty much no good reason other than he pissed off Vince and did this stupid fucking racist thing that came up. It's just ridiculous.
They're saving face. WWE is saving face, and they have every right to do that as a corporation, especially because they are a corporation that caters to children. Now, we can get into why that's not necessarily true with the demographics, but that is what they target the most, is children. And you can't have a guy that calls black people nigger be the face of your company or a face of your company and target children and expect to still make money, because people are just gonna shit. Just like drop trowel, grab both cheeks, squat down, and shit all over anything you try and do. If you're going to have a racist piece of shit be one of the main faces of your company.
I will
Speaking of...
I will just reiterate quickly that, we don't know that this is Hulk Hogan's feelings to all black people. This was directed at one particular guy who was dating his daughter.
If you call me a kike, I'm not going to go, well, he just doesn't like me. I'm going to assume you don't like all Jews because you called me a kike. There's all kinds of awful things you can call me that aren't a racial slur. If you use the racial slur, that means that as a general rule, you don't like that group of people. That's how racial slurs work. That's how they work. That's what they do. That's what they're for.
Speaking about talking about talent that used to be on top that target little kids, former OPW manager Kenny Bolin told Bill Apter that he came up with the Montreal Screwjob and will detail it in his upcoming book. MLW Radio claims Carlito may be returning to the WWE as they are still looking for a top Hispanic star. You're fine.
I marked the fuck out for Carlito. I fucking love. Yeah, dude. I'm stoked if that's true. I just hope they don't stick him in a shitty gimmick with, bullfighting or lucha. According to recent reports, they ripped off their masks and they're like, "This is a stupid gimmick. We don't want to do it anymore." And they're not doing it at house shows anymore. So there you go. Nice.
Tough Enough Daria and indie stars Hannah St. Clair and Allison Kay were among those at the latest WWE tryout. And the best news of all, Lucha Underground has announced a second season will air next year, produced in the fourth quarter of 2015.
I refuse to care about any wrestler named Daria unless she comes out and her music is like, la 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 la, this is my stop.
I doubt we're going to get the Misery Chick in any significant way, shape.
How awesome would that be, though? Like, that gimmick? Like, she just comes out and she just, like...
That's like Paige with no personality.
No, it would be like Paige with the intellectual savior Damien Sandow gimmick. where she explains like why all the things that you like are terrible and that you should stop. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'd like it. I think it would work, but whatever. Fuck yeah, Carlito coming back. Fuck
yeah, Lucha Underground.
Yes, double fuck yeah, Lucha Underground. I don't understand how Kenny Bolin can think he came up... Because didn't Triple H basically come up with the screw job?
I have no idea who came up with the screw job. It's not Triple H that came up with it. It was Vince, I thought. But
yeah.
Well, my understanding was that...
It's been a long time since I've watched Wrestling with Shadows.
Right. The story I've always heard told is they're in the meeting and they're talking about it, and finally Trips speaks up and he says, you know what? Fuck Brett. If Brett won't do business, we'll do business for him.
That sounds about right.
So I will fact check that here in a second, but I'm 99.9% positive that is the story that has been told over and over and over again by not just Triple H, but Shawn Michaels, who was there, and I think Vince has told it like that.
Whatchamacallit, I've heard stories previously of the whole thing being a work. Where it's like Brett was in on it and he knew, and like the entire idea of him going to WCW is just to ruin it and whatnot, and that he actually worked for Vince when he did that and he got paid under the table.
Yeah, no,
that kind of thing.
That's Machiavellian for me.
Yeah, that's way too far out there as a conspiracy theory. I don't understand what they should have done, and we're just real quickly before we get into the 15-minute time limit, is proposed to Brett the screw job as a way for him to he doesn't actually lose. He goes out still looking strong because he got cheated. Vince still gets what he wants. Everybody's happy.
Right.
So,
alright, let's get into the 15-minute time limit here. There you go.
Stupid trackball mouse.
Somebody had the wrong Trackus interrupt us.
That would be you for Trackus interrupting me the introduction to the 15-minute time limit. This week we're going to be talking about the Night of Champions, what happened there, and this past week on Raw as well. So we're going to start off here with the Cosmic Wasteland defeating Neville and the Lucha Dragons in the pre-show. Good match. I'm enjoying this feud very much. This is exactly where all six people need to be. I can't wait to see Neville against Stardust as a singles feud. Put the U.S. title between them. That would be nice.
No. They're not going to take it off Cena for that.
Well, not now, but, it's some sort of, like, scrum.
This will be long over by the time they take it off of Cena.
Oh, you're true. You're true.
Well, all I gotta say is, I'm not sure if it's exactly where Neville needs to be, but this was a damn fun match, and I am enjoying the Ascension playing the Marauders to Stardust as Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, that's probably the idea. Like, Cody is a self-avowed, like, huge comic book and game fan. He probably even pitched the whole thing.
Right. It's really sweet. I'm glad that the Ascension actually got a gimmick that will fit them for a while. I mean, they were the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions for a reason, and they're good at what they're doing. So keep up with that. But let's get into the next match here, which is Kevin Owens defeating Ryback to win the Intercontinental title.
I'm okay with this, I guess. I mean, it's not like the IC title means anything.
I told you.
He's just going to languish in mid-card hell with it.
Did I not call it last week? I mean, that Ryback's really cold. Kevin Owens is really hot, and and like he said on his promo, he needs the prize fighter needs a prize to fight for, and so he's going to be fighting Ryback at Hell in the Cell. Good luck with that, buddy. Because you know what happened at not this past Hell in the Cell, but with a previous one to Ryback's particular opponent, if you remember.
No, but we can go on.
Sometimes, Chester, the fact that you're so obtuse makes me want to take math classes again.
Geometry? Like, I mean, I get where you were going with the joke, but yeah.
Right. I tried.
I love when we get to be meta on our own show. Let's talk about Dolph Ziggler.
Okay, Dolph Ziggler defeating Rusev.
Yawn!
What the hell?
I mean, I'm sure it's a good match and all, but Jesus Christ, can this just be over? I know I said this earlier, but this needs to stop. It's done. This feud has been over. Like, not over, like it's popular, like it has heat. I mean, it needs to be, like, completed, like a month ago. It's done. It's complete. It should stop.
Yep. It's really stupid, to be perfectly honest with you. Those two work really well together, and I want to see them without the women. To be perfectly honest, I'm not saying that having a woman in a picture would ruin it, but I am saying that in this particular instance, with these particular people, and in this particular case, it does not work with any of them because there is no heat and attraction between any of them. Of them.
And the women are just motivation for these guys to go. Like, they don't matter, really.
I want a Rusev Ziggler tag team, goddammit.
The women in this feud are MacGuffins.
Yeah, they're meaningless, pointless creatures that cause strife that do not add to the story whatsoever. But the story is centered around them, so it's just a bunch of fluff. And especially with somebody like Summer Rae, the worst season, season.
Let's not get too much about this. I mean, after all, without MacGuffins, where would George R.R. Martin be?
Talking about limp dicks.
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty much really it. Whatchamacallit? Who throws a shoe, by the way? Who throws a damn shoe?
Lots of people do that.
Is half Iraqi? Who knew?
Oh, that was a clever reference, NJ.
I got that. The Dudleys defeated the New Day by disqualification. The New Day, once again, wow, how amazing are they right now? I mean, come on.
I gotta admit, I'm getting a little bit sick of Rufio and the Lost Boys.
What?
What do you mean you're sick of Rufio and the Lost Boys?
I mean, they're just too much. They need to calm it down just a little.
No, but the power of positivity.
God, no! If they tone it down,
positive pain in my tuchus.
No. If they tone it down, the entire gimmick goes to shit. The fact that it's over the top is what makes the gimmick interesting in the first place. They've got a shit gimmick to work with. It's fucking awful. But by turning it up to 11, I know in your head you're like, why not just make 10 louder? This one goes to 11. That trombone, it goes to 11. And that's what makes this gimmick work. That it's turned up so loud and ridiculous so that it can still be entertaining, because otherwise it would just be boring and, quite frankly, a little bit racist shit.
you've just been giving me a relatively lengthy diatribe about Hulk Hogan, and then you and I are simpatico. This might be racist,
but it's not, because it's them doing it. It's them doing it. It's not racist if it's their idea to take it and put it to that level. If it's somebody else's idea, which is what it was when it was turned down at the very beginning, and not getting over at all, I was one of the few people who was like, okay, this has a chance to get over. And what did I say? I said they need to turn that shit up, and it's gonna be good. Just give it time. And it was good, because they turned it up. If they dial it back down to where it was when they started, it's going to be a shit gimmick that nobody cares about, and they're just going to fade off into mid-card obscurity before breaking up, having some shitty feud between two of them that nobody cares about, while Xavier Woods either gets shipped back to NXT or disappears off TV, fucking, what's-his-face, Zack Ryder style.
No. I think we can safely say that after the last couple of nights, Xavier Woods would be shipped back to Neverland. You know, because that's where Rufio belongs.
Let's talk about Charlotte defeating Nikki Bella by submission to win the Divas title.
Should have happened on Monday.
And then
whatever.
It should, yeah, you're right. It should have happened this past Monday, but it didn't, and it happened on the pay-per-view, which is what you paid to see. And it was a good match because Charlotte won, not because it was a good match, because it was a decent match. It was not the best match, but it was. Well,
you've got fucking Nikki Bella in there. I mean,
right? And she lowered the fucking bar
a little bit.
Right, you lowered the fucking bar a little bit so that she could push up her fake ass tits.
Which is just absolutely shit, what she's doing to the women's division, that we have to lower the bar of what makes a good match on the women's division because of how fucking horrible she is.
How about that shoot?
It makes my fucking head hurt. And no. That was fucking bullshit. There was no reason to turn Paige heel. She doesn't need to be heel. There's fucking 6 out of 9 divas right now are heels. Now you've got fucking 7 heel divas, 2 face divas, and what's the fucking point? Why? The feud with fucking Nikki isn't even over yet. Can we have the fucking body cold on one goddamn feud before we start the fucking next one? Or at least wait till it's cooled down a little bit? Jesus.
You'd think honestly that they would wait, they would wait to have the rematch for our Nikki Bella.
Right.
And all of that before they would do anything else with all of that. Now I understand.
No, here's the worst part. You don't have to turn her heel to have them feud for the title. I can't. There has been in the past fantastic matches between two people who are not like one's a heel and one's a face over a title, because the title is something that matters. You don't need somebody to be a chicken shit heel piece of shit to have a good feud. All you need is conflict, and the conflict comes from the desire to have that title.
Any more hype, you're going to go off like a weather.
All you have to...
It makes sense because the problem now is that, and let me go back to Charlotte here for a second. That Ric Flair Charlotte moment that they had in the middle of the ring, that was if you weren't touched by that, you were touched as a child.
Whoa, we've talked about these dark ass jokes.
It doesn't stop us from doing them though. Anyway, the thing with Charlotte and Rick in the ring was nice. Apparently, I missed the segment where Paige turned heel, but if this is happening, then that explains what the hell happened in the latter part of the night on Raw when Paige finally met Natty again. So,
oh my god, Natty, what they're doing to her is a fucking travesty. She is the best worker.
But isn't she just hanging out at home with Tyson?
For right now, but she's back, and hopefully they'll do something with her.
Right. No, they won't. They won't. She'll show up maybe once every couple of fucking months for a match where she'll probably lose to a roll-up or something to whichever fucking model they've decided to push hardest this fucking week. And it won't matter because it's Natty. Like, I don't know how she puts up with that bullshit.
I don't know how she does it either.
You would think she would at least say, okay, you're not going to fucking do anything with me. Why don't you at least let me, I don't know, like, train the divas that you do want to push so that not only are they hot pieces of fucking tail, they can also put on a pretty goddamn good match. And then you get even more out of them. Because, yes, we put a hot piece of ass out there. The dudes are going to be like, fuck yeah, I'm watching this. Okay, fine. And then they watch the two hot pieces of tail in the ring, and they put on a good match. They're even more inclined to stay and watch the wrestling. It's not quantum fucking physics. It's not hard. It's not. It's easy. Look, if I can think of it, I'm a fucking moron, and I can think of it. How the fuck are these assholes not doing it?
Well, you know what assholes in charge of all of that, and that's what the fuck's going on. So don't.
I would, just for 2 seconds, I know this is probably a little bit off topic, but I would strongly suggest that our audience that listens to us, I would recommend there is an article on SB Nation detailing the fabulous Moolah and women's wrestling in the United States and Japan.
Oh my god, Moolah. Moolah would kick your ass in a real fight. In her 60s. She would have been able to kick your ass in a real fight. She would have put you in a hold, and she would have stretched you like fucking Mr. Fantastic. I don't care who you are or how badass. Moolah was a badass fucking woman, and you can't hardly say that about any of these so-called fucking divas that are in the WWE today, except for maybe...
Really didn't read that article. Okay, maybe we should just
move on. The Wyatt family defeated Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Chris fucking Jericho after Chris Jericho tagged himself in and got absolutely fucking destroyed by Roman.
Why? Like, okay, first, why? I love Jericho. I adore Jericho, but this makes no goddamn sense.
Yes, it does, because the last time you saw him on TV, he was taken out by who? The Wyatt family.
Yes.
So
it's been so long I forgot about that. Holy shit!
There you go.
I stand corrected.
And that's why he was out there. But Jericho going in the business for himself, being a dick and being a heel. Hell yeah, heel Jericho. Here we go. I'm hoping for the suit. I'm really hoping for the suit because I really want the suit.
Oh, yes, please. And also so that I can watch it. Fucking Woo erupt into just shitting itself on how much they hate Suit Jericho.
Oh, well, that already...
Speaking of things they hate, John Cena defeated Seth Rollins to win the U.S. title again.
You know what?
He did the flip right. He did the Yoshi Tonic right, and I was like, wow, look at that. And Steph didn't throw a haymaker. I was so happy that Seth didn't throw a haymaker. It was hilarious.
Or flying knee, for that matter.
And as this goes on, I'm even more fine with it. Because how long has it been since Cena's held the WWE World Heavyweight Championship?
A long fucking time.
Yeah, because he's been holding the fucking U.S. Championship. So, as far as I'm concerned, he can just keep that motherfucker.
Pretty much. Yep.
And then bring back the TV title. Bring back the TV title.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Or the European, maybe.
Yep. Yes, European. European in this fucking segment. Jester. Whatchamacallit? Seth Rollins. There was a bunch of cool matches, bunch of cool moves. It was sweet. But main event, Seth Rollins defeating Sting to retain the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That was interesting. You got to think of this for a second here. Seth Rollins took 10 finishers last night. 10.
Holy shit.
And he still was able to give Seth all the credit in the world for that. But I just want to know, what do you think the original finisher was before Sting got incapacitated?
Same damn finish.
Yeah, I would guess. Kane, apparently, is going to chase after the title?
Which one?
No. No, it's more brilliant than that. Oh, God, it's more brilliant than that.
Here's the impression...
Hang on for just a second. When I said which one, I didn't mean which title. I meant which Kane.
The demon Kane's gonna come, and he's gonna that's the whole thing.
Well, the whole happy-go-lucky Glenn thing, that was all an act. He's not really double identity, but it's yes. He's not really, like, that whole thing was an act, and it was fantastic. But you got that. But at the end, when he said there are people coming after your title, people that you wouldn't even expect, and then Demon Kane rises from inside the ring and drags him down into hell. I was marking my fucking balls off. I think one of them rolled under the bed. I still haven't been able to find it.
It was good. It was really good. It's so funny when you look at a segment or you look at a storyline and it just pokes fun at itself because you know how ridiculous it is. I mean, this is Kane we're talking about here. He's the same guy that locked Paul Bearer in a freezer. I mean, or pushed him down the stairs, or tried to stop that from happening or something like that.
Isn't Paul Bearer, like, kayfabe wise, still locked in that freezer?
Yes, that's the last time you saw him before. Sadly, he passed away.
Here's the
storage.
I think
that's sick.
I think they're gonna let the Demon Kane go after Seth Rollins' title, and I wonder if they're gonna. Because he's got to be getting to the end.
Well, I mean, obviously he's getting to the end, but I wonder if there's not going to be some sort of multi-man schmoz in the next fucking pay-per-view, for this. But the main event has already been announced. You guys did pay attention, right?
Oh yes, we paid attention, but still, I mean, I do you think at all, in any way, shape, or form, that even though Hell in the Cell's main event has been announced as Taker Lesnar 3 in the Cell, do you think that Undertaker could help his quote-unquote little brother in any way regaining the WWE
No. I can definitely see Kane interfering on Taker's behalf, though.
I can see that happening too, but this should be interesting. I'm looking forward to that match. But beyond that, this Demon Kane Glenn thing is just fucking hilarious. I really want to see a lot more of it. I really hope that we get
Senator Kane strong.
I really hope that we get a whole bunch more of that. And Seth Rollins is the greatest WWE champ since Punk. Yep, I said it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm not dispositioned.
Is it better than Daniel Bryan?
Whoa! No.
Yeah.
So every person that listens to this podcast is going to get to that point where you say that, and then they're going to turn it off. So
no, they're not.
I want to apologize.
Hold on, his title run is bad. His run up to it was good.
I just want to apologize to the 3 people that listen to the show. Gunner does not represent all of us with his opinions. In fact, we often think he's an asshole. Let's eat, bitches.
All right, let's have some ice cream. Yankum, you can get the ratings.
All right, so Impact saw a 27%. Holy fuck! 27% drop with 258,000 down from 353. ROH saw a 36% drop. Jesus Christ. Only 89,000 viewers. That is great news in relation to Impact. Horrible news in relation to ROH, which I kind of like sometimes. SmackDown, it drew 2.083 million. That's up a bit from last week's 2.04. Raw drew 3.349 million. That's down 3.397. Down from the 3.397, the lowest non-holiday viewership since 2012. That's bad.
With the birthdays this week, it's Nat Chester.
For the birthdays on this week of September, 2016, on the 22nd, none other than one half of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Ole Anderson, plus Luther Reigns, Bob.
Brother to Roman Reigns.
Yeah. No. Bob Sapp, Super Delphin, and Johnny Valentine. On the 23rd, we have Azrael, Matt Hardy, and Omashu Nishimahara. I think I got that.
No, not even close. Osamu
Nishimura. Okay. We'll try that again next week with the next poor Japanese victim. Anyway, on the 24th, we have Bison Smith. Whether or not he's related to Kevin Smith, we'll ask him later. None other than the $1 billion.
You can't ask him. He's dead. You insensitive ass.
Died? Oh my God! When did Kevin Smith die?
All
the stoners
Gunner,
practically weeping in their beer.
Gunner, do it.
Hey, we're in the middle of the birthdays. Come on.
I can't with him when he gets like that.
Whack-a-mole. Anyway, to continue. Also on the 24th, the $1 billion princess, Stephanie McMahon, and lovely Miss April Hunter. On the 25th, we have the gorgeous one himself, Jimmy Garvin. On the 26th, we have, oh boy. Okay, hang on. Naomichi Marufuji. Okay? Hey, I think...
Sure.
All right. On the 27th, no one wrestling related has a birthday, but on the 28th, we have Atlantis and the one, the only... Thank you to our old friend, Super Blizzard. Yes, the one, the only Steve motherfucking Blackman.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with me, the announcer god.
Who let the gimp in here?
Jump to 1933, Salvador Roth ran the first Empresa Mexicana de Lucha Libre, EMML, event in Mexico City. The promotion still exists today, making it the oldest professional wrestling entity in the world. Jump to 1970. Paul Jones and Nelson Royal defeated Gene and Ole Anderson for the NWA Atlantic Coast Tag Team title in Greensboro, North Carolina. And jump 5 more years to 1975. The Mongolian Stompman Island Koloff defeated Robin Fuller and Bob Armstrong in the main event of a live event in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the Memorial Auditorium. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
And now it's time for the Happy Trails. Happy Trails to Kurt Angle, whose brother David has been charged with homicide in the death of his wife. He claims they had an argument and he pushed her away, but she never woke up from the fall despite his attempts to revive her. Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah.
That kind of makes this next one seem a little less significant. To 2K Sports, who claimed that circumstances prevent them from including the 4 horsewomen of NXT as part of the new 2K16 game or as DLC. I'm guessing that's probably a copyright or registered trademark issue.
Legal thing.
That the WWE wouldn't have had every possible iteration of 4-horse acts in relation to like fighting and wrestling before this could have even became an issue is surprising to me, because we all know how much Vince likes to register just trademarks for anything he can wave his dick at.
Pretty much.
Including divas.
And net gesture.
Well, you know how the Bellas got their job. Points!
No.
Points! Points!
I don't want to tell
Points!
Point.
Negative 272 points to Net Jester for showing up. 10 points to Omega BR. You do get Simpy from me, buddy. Negative 10 points to Gunner for no good joke at the start of the show. That's unacceptable. I forgot to put who these negative points are for. I'm gonna... Oh no, they're 25 positive points for me. That's what it is, because Dewey ain't no joke. That's Dewey DUI, because we were talking about... Anyway,
right.
Negative 50 points to Net Jester for interrupting my Pocahontas joke that was really funny, talking over it with who the fuck cares what it was? Nobody, that's who. They're just upset they didn't get to hear me making a Pocahontas joke. Negative 25 points to Net Jester for not understanding the whole Hogan thing. Negative 15 for Trackus Interruptus. That is a stupid joke, and you are a stupid man. Negative 5 points to Gunner for act like you've been there when you're right, buddy. Nobody likes a sore loser, and everybody hates a dick winner. Negative 12 to Net Jester for the use of McGufferins. This is not a thing that exists. 5 points. Net Jester got 5 positive points for making the clever reference about the guy that threw the shoe at George W. Bush in Iraq. Well done. And then negative 25 points to Gunner for don't correct me, you dick.
So, no positive points whatsoever, except for whatchamacallit.
So, this week's show has Net Jester at negative, he garnered negative 369 points. Gunner garnered negative 40 points. Omega got 10 positive points. And I got 25 positive points. Bringing the overalls to NJ, negative 34,030. Gunner, 64. Omega, 323. And me with 25 points. And that's the points.
What should we watch this week of wrestling? Net Jester. Net Jester.
Net Jester.
Sorry, guys. Since happens during the previous segment, I just ran upstairs to get some cookies.
No, we're live on the air.
Yeah, I know. And since nothing happened during the previous segment, anyway, I would suggest us me going to my DVD collection, and just because I miss the poor little bastard, and I'm really sad he's not on TV. Get anything from the Daniel Bryan collection of Daniel Bryan. Just say yes, yes, yes. And the one I'm looking at is a SummerSlam main event of John Cena versus Daniel Bryan.
Jacob, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I'm gonna watch the pay-per-view I didn't get to watch because hospital Wi-Fi is shit here. And I was at the hospital on Sunday, so I didn't get to watch. I tried to watch, but it was kind of like watching a flip book. if the person doing the flip book had whatever disease that is that Muhammad Ali has.
Parkinson's?
Yeah, no. He doesn't have Parkinson's. I thought he had something else. I thought he had a different one. I know Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's.
Right.
Have Parkinson's.
They both have Parkinson's? Okay. Well, then...
I'm gonna tell you guys to watch that Sting and Rollins match from the pay-per-view, because it was really good, and it definitely deserves another watch, because you gotta remember, Sting is 56, and he took that bump onto that table.
Oh my God, yes. Exalt him to the highest for that, at least. And did you see what that left on his back? Oh, good Lord.
Alright.
Way harsh.
I think we're done. What do you think?
I think we're done. Let's
Alright, everybody.
get to the plugs.
Alright, everybody, you can check us out online, smarksnark.com, Spreaker.com/smarksnark if you want to check us out on there. Make sure to give us a follow, like, and subscribe. Same thing on YouTube. YouTube.com/smarksnark, Facebook.com/smarksnark, Twitter.com/smarksnark. You give us a call. That number again.
812-408-9666. That's 812-408-9... Woo! Alright, no. It's 812-408... Woo!
Watch.
God damn it! Fuck it, we'll do it live!
Theater.
Oh, God, speaking of it.
You don't whisper in adult theaters. You go,
There is no whispering there.
Net gestures.
Okay, and with that, thank you very much for listening. Don't do me
That's
a
what we
favor.
call it.
We're ending it old school. Take care. Spike your hair.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You know it.
Good night, Cleveland, with your steaming.
Huh?
That's everything. That's
Cleveland
everything in the world. Right there.